Chosen One. 2025 is not just another year. It's not just a date on the calendar. It's the beginning of your spiritual assignment being activated in full force. You didn't stumble into this video. Your spirit was led here. Because you've reached the point where ignoring your role is no longer an option. You must accept your calling, or risk watching your purpose fade into distractions. Everything you've been through until now, the pain, the isolation, the inner battles, was training. Every delay, every betrayal, every silent night of tears was refining you, not punishing you. You've been prepared for this moment, and now the veil is lifting. In 2025, the call on your life can no longer wait. This is your activation year, and you feel it, don't you? That restlessness, that shift in energy, that divine nudge that keeps showing up in signs, in dreams, in repeated numbers, in strange feelings that won't go away. You keep looking for confirmation. This is it. You are not random. You are not lost. You were placed on this earth at this exact moment in time to be a vessel for divine light. And the world you see around you, it's crying out for what you carry. But here's the truth. You cannot help the world if you're still denying yourself. You can't fulfill a divine mission while clinging to human fear. You can't awaken others if you keep sleeping on your identity. 2025 is not the year to play small. It's not the year to stay in toxic cycles. It's the year to own your role, boldly, fully, without apology. The chosen ones are rising, and the enemy knows it. That's why you've been under pressure, why the spiritual warfare intensified, why your mind's been attacked, your finances shaken, your emotions pulled in every direction. Because once you accept your divine assignment, everything around you will have to shift. Old relationships will fall off. Fake versions of you will dissolve. Distractions will lose their power. And when that happens, you'll finally be free. Free to walk in your gift. Free to speak with authority. Free to bless others without guilt. But you can't do that if you keep running from what's inside you. There is power sleeping in your soul, and the hour has come to wake it up. Look at your life. The signs have always been there. You've never fit in. You've always sensed things others didn't. You've been the outsider, the misunderstood one, the silent observer who saw everything. Because God hid you while He built you. Because what's inside you had to be protected until the time was right. And now it's 2025. The year of stepping into purpose with clarity. The year of no more self-betrayal. The year you finally realize you were sent here for something eternal. Chosen one, this is no longer about potential. It's about obedience. You know what you're supposed to do. That idea that won't leave you. That vision you keep pushing aside. That voice that keeps whispering, there's more. That's not imagination. That's divine instruction. And if you keep ignoring it, the internal ache will only grow louder. You can't run from your calling without running into frustration. Because your soul signed a spiritual contract before you got here. You agreed to carry this light. You agreed to break generational chains. You agreed to speak truth in a world addicted to lies. And now, the time has come to honor that agreement. But make no mistake, your role won't be easy. It's not glamorous. It's not about followers or fame or comfort. It's about spiritual alignment. It's about surrendering your ego so that your purpose can rise. It's about becoming a vessel, not for control, but for divine flow. There will be days when it hurts, when you feel unseen, when it seems like everyone else is living easy lives and you're carrying invisible weight. But that's the cost of being chosen. And once you accept it fully, the confusion ends. Because the fight within you isn't coming from failure. It's coming from resistance to your role. Once you say yes to the calling, everything starts to change. You begin to attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right words. Because now, you're aligned. You're not seeking, you're allowing. You're not proving, you're embodying. And the power of God flows through you, not just around you. That's what 2025 demands. Authenticity, obedience, power in silence, clarity in stillness, strength rooted in your spirit, not your performance. And the world will notice. People who once ignored you will suddenly be drawn to your presence. People who tried to keep you small will be uncomfortable around your light. But that's not your concern. Your job is not to be accepted. It's to be obedient, to speak when called, to heal when guided, to move when instructed, even if no one else understands. You are not who you used to be, and you don't have to keep pretending to be. You are evolving, shedding, awakening, and as you accept your role, the divine blueprint that's been hidden inside you starts to unlock. You begin to remember why you came, why you had to endure so much, why you were left out, misunderstood, underestimated, because you were being prepared for a level of leadership that can't be taught, only revealed. And now it's being revealed. One surrender at a time, one prayer at a time, one bold decision at a time. This is the year you return to yourself, to your true frequency, to the purpose that's been calling your name in every quiet moment. You've been waiting on a breakthrough, but the truth is, your breakthrough has been waiting on you to stop doubting your gift, waiting on you to stop hiding behind fear, waiting on you to realize that everything you need has already been planted inside of you. 2025 is not the year of waiting. It's the year of becoming, the becoming of who you truly are, not who you were trained to be. God didn't choose you because you were perfect. He chose you because you were willing to walk alone, willing to be misunderstood, willing to be stretched beyond your limits so you could carry something heavier than most people can even see. And because of that willingness, heaven is now unlocking doors that were sealed until you said yes. This is why nothing else satisfies you anymore. The distractions don't work. The fake conversations drain you. The false identities feel heavy. It's not depression. It's spiritual detox. You're not losing your mind. You're losing your mask. The mask you wore to survive. The personality you crafted to be accepted. It's all being burned away because God needs the real you for the real assignment. You're not called to repeat the past. You're called to redeem it, to break cycles, to end generational pain, to be the first in your bloodline to heal fully. That's why you've been under pressure. Not because you're cursed, but because you're the chain breaker. You're the one sent to reset the story. And the enemy knows it. That's why the attacks hit you young. Why betrayal came from those you trusted. Why heartbreak was your initiation. Because your soul had to be activated through fire. But you didn't burn. You awakened. And now your spirit is rising with authority. People around you may not understand it. They might say, "You've changed." Let them. Because you have. You've died to your old self and resurrected in truth. You've stopped playing the character they assigned you, and you've stepped into the identity God gave you. This isn't just spiritual talk. This is real alignment. You'll start to notice that once you accept your role, things fall into place. Ideas you couldn't figure out before now feel clear. Blockages suddenly disappear. Favor begins to follow you in unexpected places, not because you're lucky, but because you're finally in flow. You're no longer resisting who you are. You've surrendered, and that surrender becomes your strength. You've been kept in the shadows for a reason. Hidden, protected, refined. Because your light is not for entertainment, it's for impact. It's meant to destroy strongholds, to wake up souls, to shift spiritual atmospheres in ways that leave people changed forever. But none of that can happen if you keep running from your power, running from the spotlight God wants to place you in, not for ego, but for mission. You have something the world needs, and 2025 is the year it can no longer be contained. The dreams will become louder. The spiritual signs will increase. The discomfort will grow until obedience becomes the only choice. You'll feel God pulling you into situations that stretch you. People will start reaching out to you for wisdom you didn't even know you carried. Doors will open that you didn't knock on. That's the confirmation. That's how you'll know it's time. And when the fear comes, because it will, you'll face it with truth. The truth that says, you were not given a spirit of fear. You were given power, love, and a sound mind. The truth that says, if God called you, He equipped you. If He placed you in the fire, He's standing with you in it. If He gave you the vision, He'll provide the provision. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need to say yes. You just need to take the first step, even if your voice shakes. Because once you move in obedience, heaven moves with you. Miracles aren't reserved for the holy few. They follow those who walk in faith. And you were born to walk by faith, not by sight. You don't need the full picture. You are the peace someone else is praying for. This is your moment. You've cried enough. You've questioned enough. You've waited long enough. Now you rise. You accept your role. You reclaim your crown.